Welcome back to On the Brink. Every fortnight, we speak to accomplished founders and industry experts about the fine line between breakdown and breakthrough. I'm Shailene, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by Shereen Aggour, founder and managing partner at eBound. With over 6 years at the helm of eBound, Shereen has become a force in devising marketing strategies that not only drive tangible business growth, but also transforms customers into passionate brand advocates. From boosting traffic for luxury brands to creating new revenue streams for fintech startups, Shireen's expertise spans industries and geographies. Her work with global giants is a testament to her strategic vision and innovative approach. So, Shireen, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm doing well after this amazing intro. I'm not sure that I'm going to live up to it.
I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm basically just asking you to tell your story. So, let's get into it. Starting eBound must have come with its own set of challenges, I'm sure. What was one of the most significant obstacles you faced in the early stages of building your company, and how did you overcome it?
So the challenge was to try and stand out, try to show what difference you bring to your clients. And that still isn't such an easy task to do, but I am working on it. And thank God, with all the clients that I've worked with, I proved the difference that I bring to the table. But it is still a long way to go. That's actually, I would say that's been and still is the challenge that most of us face on a regular basis when they start their own business.
Having worked in so many different industries as well, from luxury home accessories to fintech and telecommunications, you've successfully, obviously, navigated all these different industries. So, can you share a moment when you realized that turning customers into brand advocates wasn't just a strategy, but a key to sustainable growth for these businesses?
So for someone in my business who doesn't know the importance of that would be a big problem because having your
Absolutely.
advocates is, I think, reaching the pinnacle, the greatness of it all. And that's what every brand has to aspire for. And actually, it hit me when I was talking to someone, I can't remember who, and they were asking, so where does your flow of client come from? And I'm like, started thinking, oh my God, they all bring one another. That was a point like these guys are happy. I'm doing
Yeah.
something right there. So far, it's been working for us very well, having clients come through each other. And if there's one fact that I really cherish from my clients is that they see or they feel that we're treating their business as if it was our own. So it's not a matter of how many clients we're bringing in, how much money we're making, but we're actually working on creating a success story that is very much ours as it's theirs.
That's really something that can't be taught, having that authenticity. And when you have that, people do respond to it and they're drawn to it. So I think it's amazing you saying that their success is your success.
They do know when you're authentic and when you're genuine, and they do know when they're not. It's something that you cannot fake.
Absolutely. Very well said. So, working across all these different industries, each with its own pace and its own demands, it must have required a lot of adaptability. So, was there ever a moment when you doubted whether your approach would work in a new sector? Was there ever a sector that kind of caught you off guard in that way? And if there was, how did you navigate it?
So if we're talking about a moment of uncertainty, that's all the time.
Fair? Honest?
Nah, yeah. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm this self-confident woman who goes in and knows. No, I doubt myself all the time, and I think this is what keeps me on my toes. So
Yeah.
every time I set the bar higher for myself, because what if I miss it this time? But the very first time this happened to me was with my very first client. I was asked to do some consulting work for an oil and gas, and I'm like, what? All my life I've been in telecommunications. And oil and gas was like something I heard of. I go to the gas station, but never worked with it. And I was freaking out. I was freaking out. But what these guys were to look at some research they did for their B2B segment and the challenges and pain points their clients were having with buying their product. But I created this customer's journey and all the tactics that will improve this experience in line with the brand values, and it worked. They were happy. So it's not a matter of industry. There's this, of course, feeling of this is new. It takes a bit of extra time to understand the industry, but at the end of the day, the basics are the same. And sometimes I tell people, like when they say, "Oh, have you worked in this industry before?" Sometimes you bring a fresh perspective that people who've
Yeah.
always been in the same industry for some time, they might miss very basic, small things that coming with a fresher eye can help with. So, yeah, I think it's an amazing thing to work with a lot of different industries. And because I worked a lot with telecommunications, it was like, I'm not sticking to one, I'm just doing it all.
That's phenomenal. I think it's so interesting that in the beginning of this call, you were like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to live up to the introduction. Just a few minutes in, you are knocking it out of the park. I think your confidence is so palpable and also just attitude of whatever it is, we can get through it, we can conquer it. So that leads me to my next question. As a founder, you do come across as quite confident. Do you have a recurring challenge that you can speak about then and maybe give some advice on for other founders who might be having the same recurring challenge?
The recurring challenge, professional wise, is because I mainly work with medium sized and small businesses. And I always try to work with clients by starting off with their brand strategy. Because if you don't have a brand strategy, then it's going to be like a kind of lost journey. You will get lost along the way to
Yeah.
try and pinpoint your messages, who my clients are. It's a lot of things. And so when I start off
Yeah.
with that, my challenge is finding the right resources that will implement and execute that as it is on paper. Because especially with the brand strategy and when it's time to do your visuals, or you need someone who's not just creative, but someone who's willing to study the brand. Because if you don't study it,
Yeah.
it will be just like looking at other logos and maybe like doing the same, looking at other creative and copying the same. So this gets unreal. This is really a challenge to find the quality where people want to be creative. They do the work to be creative. And of course, the other problem is when you find these people, they will always be out of budget for these type of clients. Yeah, but so far I've been lucky with finding the right people to work with. And yeah, thank God for that.
That's fantastic. Looking at your track record, it's plain to see that you've led initiatives that have really had a significant impact for your clients. So those results, obviously, they must come with so much behind the scenes work. Can you share an instance where the process was particularly grueling as a consultancy, but the outcome made it all worth it?
That comes with product launches. And I've done that a lot in my life. I think I became immune, but this is one of the most complex, complicated processes because when you're trying to launch a product, especially from the marketing side, you want to bring everybody on board. So imagine you want the
Mm.
IT, you want the operations, you want the finance, you want customer service, everybody to be on board. And that is very difficult. It's not very easy because every one of them comes with their own set of KPIs. And normally, if you're not, I'm very fortunate that I come from a technical background. So I know for a fact that everything can be done. And the first thing that
Yeah.
you will hear is, oh, it cannot be done. Oh, the time is limited. You know what? This is not going to cut it. So getting these guys on board, making sure that your product is progressing and it launches on time without any hiccups and challenges, that's a hell of a stress. It could be
Yeah.
overwhelming.
I think in terms of where you've arrived in your career and the amazing progress that your business is making, I do want to ask, you have played the role of mentor a few times. So often being in a position where you have to give advice, what's a piece of advice that you could share that you wish you received when you were just starting out with your own business?
I wish somebody would have told me that you're getting on the roller coaster of your life.
Very honest.
So yeah, when I started, I thought, oh my God, I love marketing. I'm so passionate. Yeah. How difficult is it going to be? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So one day I wake up and I'm like, what the hell have I done to myself? And another is, oh, this is so exciting and this is so interesting. So it is a roller coaster. And believe me, I stopped getting on those when I had my firstborn. I was like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to tell them that it's not easy. It takes a
Yeah.
lot of resilience, a lot of resilience. You have to really want it and you have to work hard. And when I thought that, yeah, corporate was like you were working 24/7, there was no such thing as weekends. Oh my God,
Mm.
having your own business is not any different. The nice thing is that you're working for yourself, you're choosing your clients, you get to, I wouldn't say pick and choose, but it still offers a bit of flexibility. But yeah,
Yeah.
it requires a lot of perseverance and networking. I hate that. I hate it.
Do.
Oh my God, I hate it so much. Like every time I sign up to one of these networking events, it's like I go in, everybody knows each other, and I'm like the late went to the party. It's like,
Yeah.
but I think having been to some of them, I got better,
Yeah.
but I'm still learning.
Yeah, see, that's crazy to me. And that is what I'm hoping anyone who's watching this could take away from it is that definitely at face value, you do not come across as someone who would find networking like extremely painful. So I think it's like really inspiring that if you, as someone who does not enjoy it, can do it and make it seem effortless, then other people can too. So that is definitely inspiring. Thank you for sharing that. So looking forward, we are, of course, both of us being in marketing, we are aware of the different changes that are happening with tech and the industry and just how things are going these days. What emerging challenges or opportunities in marketing are you most excited about? And how are you preparing eBound to tackle them if you are?
So I would say, of course, AI. It's like we have a buzzword every once in a while. So the buzzword now
Right.
is AI. It's very exciting because finally you will be able to help clients make more informed decisions, especially because when
Yeah.
they were talking, when you talk to them about research or whatever we need to go find out what the clients are saying, that ticks them off. But now
Yeah.
we can use data to make more informed this, which is amazing for anybody who works in marketing. But it's also very challenging and daunting because you know how many startups and entrepreneurs and other companies are working with AI? Oh my God, it's endless. So you need to be very
Yeah.
conscious on which are the ones that will really work for your clients and how to choose them. So there is this sweet spot between being fast, but not fast enough.
Yeah, so true. I think that is the hurdle that many creatives are facing right now, or many people in the creative industry, where we want to hit that, like you said, that sweet spot between like delivering things very quickly, but then also not sacrificing your own artistic integrity in that way,
Yeah.
especially when you're creating for brands. Yeah.
Even when you say
So,
creating, it's very interesting because the other day I was having this meeting with my client and we were talking photographers. And of course, we know that photographers are the most expensive in marketing, one of the most expensive because, yeah, for many reasons. But then she said that somebody recommended that she uses AI. And then there's my question because if you want to come across
mm,
as an authentic brand, is AI the way
yeah,
to go with your creatives? If it's all about how
exactly.
my clients feel, I want to capture the moment, what they're doing, how they love my brand, is AI the right
Mm,
way to go? I would say
yeah.
no, but uh, it's just not authentic enough. And people would know that it's not real. Like all these smiles and all
Mhm.
this happiness, it's not real. So, yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be very cautious about where and how we use your AI.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's interesting because it's like you said earlier, brand is such an important thing that is often overlooked. And these little elements and outward or client facing aspects of your business, like photography, for example, it does add to a brand's reputation and also its character as a business. So I feel like I could sit here with you forever and talk about this. But yeah, no, absolutely true. My final question for you before we move on to the quick game segment is what's next for eBound? Is there any news that you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, definitely. We're looking into expanding in the GCC, of course. So it is so hot now. So this is the place to be. We're definitely planning to focus a bit more on customer experience and have an arm for that because also this is something that I I do, and I want to focus on. It's very important for our clients because at this point in time, when you like with a lot of startups or maybe SMEs as well, they focus on bringing the clients in. But what if
Yeah.
they go out from the other side of the funnel? How do you
Yeah.
keep them? That's one of the
Yeah.
major ways to grow your business. And that's what we really do is to help you grow the business. And that comes with the customer experience, making sure it's aligned with your brand values and strategy. And last but not least, which is a mission in my life, is to make, like you said, the brand is overlooked. Guys, brand
Yeah.
is super, super important. Super important. Please do not create a logo without having a brand strategy.
Yes. Yes. Say that again and louder. Very true.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being so forthcoming in this portion of the interview. Before we let you go, we're going to play a quick game.
Right.
So, just to tell our viewers at home, it's time to play On the Brink, our Quickfire Questions segment called Madness or Greatness, where we challenge our guests with a series of scenarios about the highs and lows of entrepreneurship. So, your task is to judge each scenario as either madness or greatness.
Okay.
Starting with number one, delegating core business functions to focus solely on vision and strategy. What are your thoughts?
I would think that's greatness. Actually, delegating, if you're delegating to the right people and the right tasks, that's amazing because nobody's an expert in everything. And you need to give room to the experts to be able to grow your business. If you want to do it all, which I understand because of budget constraints at the beginning, but it's going to
Yeah,
hurdle you at some point. So, yeah, greatness.
fantastic. Number two, expanding into new markets without a deep understanding of local culture and consumer behavior.
Man, we don't ever do that. Understand who your clients are, understand what the market is about, because it's just like money down the drain. You're going to spend loads of money on awareness and campaigns, and you actually will get traffic, but you will not get conversion.
We're putting that as a quote on our Instagram. You will get traffic, but you will not get conversions.
That's what I keep saying.
Okay.
But of course, you don't know who you're talking to and you don't know what you're saying. So, how do you want to pinpoint?
Exactly. There are so many founders that need to be listening to you right now. Number three, launching a marketing campaign without extensive customer journey mapping.
Another madness. How would you know where they are? The whole idea is for customers to think of you and when they need you. So, how do you know where they're looking for you or where they will start asking or finding you if you don't know where they are? So, it's very important to create that. And from the other side, that's from the awareness and also from the experience, understanding their journey, understanding their pain points will help you to fix that along the way. And then you keep them. And then they're loyal and then they're advocates. Amazing, wouldn't it be?
There you go. You make it sound so easy, but no, absolutely. That's so true.
It's not.
Um, it's not. Next is prioritizing rapid growth over maintaining long term customer relationships.
So that's money down the drain madness. You get them through the funnel. Like everybody's talking about the top of the funnel. They will come through the funnel, I promise, but they will come straight down out of the other side of the funnel.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
Yeah, absolutely. Next is using AI driven tools to completely automate customer interactions.
Let me tell you that recently I changed my mobile operator because whenever I called, it was only IVR. And I was like, I wasn't able to reach a human being. I left. So, yes, the AI is amazing, but human people sometimes need to talk to a human being. You cannot automate everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And last one, shifting focus from brand awareness to direct response marketing in a saturated market.
It's very tricky. It cannot be like a complete madness or complete greatness. Of course, it's amazing if it yields the results you're looking for. But at the end of the day, people need to know you.
Yeah.
They need to know you exist. So they have to have this awareness so that your direct marketing would work. But if we were to choose between madness and greatness, that would be greatness if it's working.
I love that. Thank you so much, Shireen. Before we say goodbye, I just wanted to ask, is there anything you wanted to add for the
I
day?
think good. No. No, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time and for being so honest and vulnerable. To find out more about eBound, please visit eboundconsultants.com. And to learn more about all the other amazing founders and mentors in Brink's ecosystem, head to brinc.io. And don't forget to subscribe for the next episode of On the Brink, now available on both YouTube and Spotify. See you next time. Thank you so much, Shereen.
Thank you.